off with John. We'll start with Seth Emerson and Anthony Dasher.
I'm good, actually. Thanks.
Hey, John, good to see you. JT told us, after the game that he was told by Coach Moore, I guess it was last Monday, that he was going to get the start. When you as a teammate heard that, did that excite you? Was there a different buzz that was kind of going through? What was that like for you guys?
I was excited to play with JT. To be honest with you, I didn't know of that conversation or any conversation, but since we rotate everyone gets so many reps during the week, we were ready for whoever Coach Smart called upon because we worked so hard in practice with each and every quarterback. So we were excited to have JT, and he did a great job.
Thanks.
Next, we'll go to Chip Towers and then Mark Weiser.
Yeah, John, obviously it wasn't real hard to see the ball sailing downfield on Saturday. I just wonder, how that changes sort of your mindset as a tight end. Do you feel like with JT at the controls now, really just everybody has to expect to be more of a receiver? And obviously we've heard y'all talk about explosivity. What was that like to kind of see that come to fruition?
It was super exciting to see, those big explosive plays. But I wouldn't say any quarterback, it was quarterback dependent. I mean, I think it was more of putting everything together. The first 6 games or whatever, 5 games, we were coming along. We hadn't put it fully together, but I think against Mississippi State, we did put it together. We hit our deep shots. And that's exciting because it's going to open up more opportunities in the run game, more play action stuff. So it's exciting all around.
John, I know South Carolina is very different from the team you saw last year with some of their coaching changes and personnel changes, and Georgia's different too. But I wonder, do you guys find motivation from obviously that big upset loss last year? Is that something that you even need in terms of motivation, or how does that sit like a year later?
It's definitely motivation. We came into that game last year. We didn't play like we wanted to. We laid an egg and we didn't do what we wanted to, and we're just going to come out this year, focus on us, work hard this week at practice, and execute, play more physical, finish our blocks and stuff like that.
Next, we'll go to Mike Griffith and then Austin Roper.
Yeah, John, you were saying you guys last year didn't do what you wanted to do. What was it last year you didn't do that's going to be different this year in your mind? I know you said you play harder and focus. Were you guys not focused last year?
I wouldn't say that. I just said I just think we didn't connect on our plays like we wanted to, and I just think we're going to use this week to focus on ourselves, focus on tying up those loose ends in every facet of the game, run game, pass game, special teams, and we're going to go execute.
Hey, John, forgive me if this has already been asked. My Wi-Fi was cutting in and out a few minutes ago. But so last Saturday, obviously, there were a lot more explosive plays than, in the games before that. Going into the game with JT at quarterback, knowing that he can really throw it deep, was that something that was a part of the game plan to kind of try to get more explosive plays in weeks past, or was it just how the game unfolded?
I think it was how the game unfolded and, the coverages that were given to us. We have deep shots every week, that we want to take. And we've been coming along the first 5 weeks or so. And it's just a matter of connecting. And that night against Mississippi State, we were connecting. We were doing just
that. Next, we will go to Connor Riley, then Brandon Sudge.
Hey, John, traditionally Georgia and Georgia Tech have played this weekend, and you being an Atlanta guy, is it weird at all that you're not playing Georgia Tech this year, or are you really just focused on playing South Carolina this weekend?
It's weird. I mean, it's one of our biggest rivals, but obviously and most importantly, the next game, which is South Carolina, is the most important. So that's where our focus lies.
Hey, John, I want to ask you about a couple of receivers. So with Kyrus, being a guy who's been that leader over the last couple of years, how excited are y'all as teammates for him to get these touchdown catches and get these opportunities? And then on Jermaine, like, have y'all seen that in practice from him all along to have that kind of breakout? I guess he did the other night.
First off, I'm super excited for Kieras. He's one of the hardest working kids on our team. He works his tail off every day in practice, in summer workouts and winter workouts even before that. And I'm super excited to see all the success he's had this year. And then for Jermaine, you can tell he's a great player from the moment he got here. He's flashed early on in the season. And similar to our offense, it's been a matter of putting it all together, which I think he did against Mississippi State. He did amazing. So it was nice to see.
Next, we'll go to Paul Newberry and then Palmer Toms.
John, I just want to ask is, obviously with what we saw from JT on Saturday night, kind of a lot of fans are out there, wondering what if he'd have been healthier earlier or gotten a shot earlier. Do you sort of after that game look back and go, wow, what could this season have been if he'd have been available or we'd have put him in there a little bit sooner?
No, I don't look at the season like that at all. Coach Smart, Coach Monken are going to put us in the position to win. And, they're our coaches for a reason. So whatever they say goes, and we fully support them 100%. And we're going to do what we can as tight ends. Receivers are going to do what they can as receivers, L-line and so forth, to go out and win ball games.
John, you said earlier in this conference that you said that the focus this week is going to be on y'all. How much is y'all a focus for the rest of the season, especially given the fact that y'all are likely out of SEC championship contention and playing for not a playoff position?
Well, first off, you never know what's going to happen these last weeks of the season. So, play every game to the best of your ability because you really don't know what can happen. And then focus on ourselves. I mean, there's so many things we can be better in. And like I've said a few times, we can put it all together, and we want to keep doing that.
We've got time for one more question if anyone would like to take it. All righty. Thank you, John. Enjoy.